Welcome to the module on resources, a key enabler of strategic capability. Aspects related to resources, competences, and strategic capability of a firm are intertwined. Hence, we will understand this linkage before focusing on resources. Assume a firm, after an in-depth analysis of what customers value most, has crafted an ambitious strategy aiming for leadership position by deciding to excel in several of the critical success factors applicable to its market segment. They are ready to do what all is required to be successful in their endeavor. This would call for uplifting the performance of the firm in many areas by several notches. Example, introducing innovative products frequently, aggressive marketing, strengthening of customer support, etc. This is called development of strategic capability of the firm to perform at a level required for the success. In this case, the firm's strategic objective is gaining leadership position in the market. It is widely observed that success of a firm's ambitious strategy is heavily dependent on developing its strategic capability to perform at the level required for success. Strategic capability is concerned with the adequacy and suitability of the resources and competences required for a firm to prosper and achieve its intended strategic goal. Competitive advantage is achieved by firms that are able to develop strategic capabilities which are most valued by customers and which competitors find difficult to imitate. Consider HUL, a 40,000 crore FMCG company with 3 to 4 major SBUs. It's already number 1 or number 2 in most of its market segments. Its strategic objective, I presume, is to further grow top line and profitability so that the money can be plowed back for R&D or innovation of new products with thrust on sustainability and business development. It wants to maintain leadership in the segments of FMCG where it operates. Now on the resource front, HUL has tangible resources consisting of land, building, manufacturing plants, big R&D centers, network of distribution centers spread all over India, money in the bank, etc. On the intangible resource side, it consists of brands, company image, goodwill, reputation of quality, trust of partners like distributors, trademarks, etc. Consider the above resources, both tangible and intangible, are handed over to a hypothetical company X with an altogether different set of managers, staff with different culture. Will such an arrangement deliver similar performance and achieve strategic objectives set by HUL top management? Probably not. This would be due to HUL's competencies, that is how it deploys its resources to create value. The people of company X are unlikely to have developed those competencies. HUL has built up over time great marketing skills, great distribution skills, innovation skills to bring new products in the market. This is due to its well-trained management, field staff, business partners like distributors, motivation and reward systems, business processes perfected over a long period, propelled by leadership and culture. So we find resources and competencies both together combined to create a market leader. Only one of them in isolation would not deliver. To summarize, strategic capability of a firm therefore comprises of 1. Resources and 2. Competencies, that's the way such resources are used and deployed to create value. Firms require resources and competencies at least at the threshold level in order to remain in the market and barely survive. However, for doing well, they have to create some competitive advantages. For this, they need to develop resources and competencies to a level well beyond the threshold level. That is, valuable to customers as well as difficult for the competitors to imitate. The sustainability of competitive advantage is likely to depend on strategic capability being valuable to the customers, rare, difficult to imitate, and non-substitutable. This slide helps to identify the firm's resources and capabilities. It is self-explanatory. Now the question is, what makes a resource valuable? There is a VRIN test, VRIN, which suggests that a resource creates sustainable competitive advantage if it is valuable, rare, inimitable, and non-substitutable. Simply ask the questions: is the resource competitively valuable? Is the resource rare? Is it something rivals lack? Is the resource hard to copy? That means inimitable. Is the resource invulnerable to threat of substitution by different types of resources? That is non-substitutable. This slide says that a resource is valuable and rare, then it generally gives competitive advantage. But it may not be very sustainable for a long period because it can be imitated or substituted. So, if the resource is inimitable and non-substitutable, apart from being valuable rare, then it is likely to give a sustained competitive advantage. Next two slides give an exhaustive list of possible tangible and intangible resources which are self-explanatory. A company may not necessarily have all of them, but certainly would have some of them. Please go through both of these slides. This page gives the list of intangible resources. Hope you have understood the importance of resources as one of the enablers for strategic capability. Thank you.